Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something really interesting. It's this evolution in how Americans show patriotism.
Yeah, specifically through like 4th of July fashion.
Hmm.
It's become way more than just wearing red, white, and blue.
Exactly. Our source for this is an article called Freedom Looks Good on You, Top 5 4th of July Tees for the American in PixelPulse Fashion.
hmm
And what we want to do, our mission, is to kind of unpack how Independence Day clothes went from, basic flag prints
Most, like, faces sometimes kind of cheesy slogans.
totally, to something that actually reflects, well, all the different facets of identity Americans have today.
And what does that actually tell us about the country now?
Right. Get ready, because there are some genuinely surprising links here. We're talking patriotism mixed with things like gaming, aviation, even motherhood.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, think about the classic 4th of July scene.
Okay.
Picnics, maybe a backyard BBQ.
Fireworks, definitely.
Fireworks, right. It's that whole traditional vibe.
Yeah, sure. And the outfit for that, for years, was pretty standard, wasn't it? A simple flag t-shirt or just, dressing in the colors.
Pretty much. But this article, it really points out that something fundamental's shifted. 4th of July fashion has, evolved way beyond just those basic symbols.
And what's really interesting is that the modern stuff, it doesn't make you choose, right, between your hobbies and patriotism.
Exactly. They're blending them. The article quotes a woman, Maria Gonzalez.
Right, from Phoenix.
Yeah, and she talks about finally finding shirts that feel like her, you know? But she's still celebrating America.
That really stood out to me, too. It's about being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And James Patterson, he's a veteran, loves BBQs. The article mentions him.
Right.
He put it so well. He said, these newer shirts let you show your personality and honor the holiday. You're not just wearing colors, you're wearing your story.
Wearing your story. That phrase is, it's really key, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just highlights how expressing patriotism is getting more personal. The article kind of boils this down into a few main takeaways.
Okay, what are they?
Well, first, modern patriotic fashion is successfully mixing traditional symbols with very contemporary interests.
So like gaming culture showing up next to eagles and flags.
Exactly that. Yeah. And it's not just gaming. They also highlight how, say, aviation buffs can celebrate their passion and the country
Interesting.
through their clothes. It acknowledges that being a patriot doesn't just look one way.
Right. It's not a monolith.
No. And importantly, American moms are getting specific recognition in these designs now, too, celebrating their role.
That's a big one.
Plus, there's this growing focus on, the actual quality and comfort. These feel more like real clothes, not just a one-day costume.
Okay, so this whole shift, it's not really just about t-shirts then, is it?
No, not at all.
It feels like it's reflecting America's identity evolving. It's saying patriotism belongs to everyone, no matter their hobbies or their job.
Yeah.
Gamer, pilot, working parent.
Your way of being American is okay. It's valid. And the article even suggests that, the rise of funny or novelty shirts, it's not just about laughs.
Okay.
It actually creates space for a more authentic, maybe less stuffy way to join in the holiday. Opens the door for more people to feel comfortable showing pride.
I also saw they mentioned how women's 4th of July tops have really changed.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just basic tanks anymore. You've got fitted tees, designs celebrating motherhood and patriotism, female empowerment themes, just like cuter, more diverse options.
Right. It shows the market gets it. Celebrating America doesn't mean you have to ditch your personal style, especially for women. So let's get specific. The article picks out 5 shirts that they think really show this modern style.
Okay, yeah, let's dig into those. They really illustrate these points.
Ooh.
First one up is the Gamer Level Unlocked Patriot 4th of July gaming t-shirt.
Okay, Gamer Level Unlocked Patriot.
Yeah, perfect example of that crossover we mentioned, gaming culture hitting the mainstream and mixing with patriotism.
Level Unlocked Patriot. That's actually pretty clever, isn't it?
It is. It speaks that language, celebrating freedom online, offline. It makes sense for someone who sees patriotism maybe more broadly, including digital stuff.
And they shared some cool stories about it. Alex Chen, a software developer, said finding this shirt felt like it was actually them, wore it to a company party.
Nice.
And Tyler Rodriguez, a Twitch streamer, found it was a great conversation starter, like at BBQs and gaming conventions.
That totally makes sense. And the numbers, I mean, the article mentions the U.S. gaming industry is huge, right? Over $180 billion a year.
Massive. And the average gamer's 34. So you've got this big group wanting cool stuff that acknowledges gaming as part of who they are.
Right. Okay, what's next?
Shirt number 2. The Airplanes and Fireworks 4th of July Jets t-shirt.
Ah, okay. Aviation.
Yeah, this one taps into a different kind of American pride. Ingenuity, aerospace power, mixed with that festive firework look.
I can picture that. Military jets and fireworks. It's a strong visual. Strength and celebration together.
Definitely. Clearly aimed at aviation fans, military families, anyone into aerospace stuff.
Seems pretty specific.
It is, but there's a connection there. The article highlights Captain Sarah Williams, a commercial pilot.
Okay.
Who connects flying not just to her job, but to, like, American identity and leadership in aviation.
That's a cool perspective.
And then Michael Thompson, a teacher, he shared how wearing this shirt sparked family stories about his dad in the Air Force, connecting generations, military history.
Wow, yeah. It's more than just a picture on a shirt then.
Exactly. And they point out this resonates with a lot of people, especially considering the, 18 million veterans in the U.S.?
Good point. Okay, shirt 3.
Number 3 is the U.S. Bald Eagle America 4th of July t-shirt.
Ah, the classic eagle, but with a twist.
Kind of. It takes that super iconic symbol, the bald eagle, but makes it feel more casual, more contemporary.
So is it the America text? That adds that modern, maybe slightly humorous touch.
Yeah, the bold America does that, while the eagle itself still has that, feeling of reverence and strength. It's trying to balance both.
So who's connecting with this one?
Well, they quote Rebecca Martinez, a park ranger. She sees the eagle as representing freedom, strength, values that go beyond just politics. David Kim, a wildlife photographer, feels eagles just embody independence and power. And Robert Jackson, construction manager, he just said it gets compliments, feels the graphic is powerful, like wearing history.
That's interesting. And wasn't there something about the eagle's conservation status?
Yes. Good catch. The article mentions it was removed from the endangered list in 2007.
Right.
So besides strength, it's also become a symbol of, conservation success, environmental stewardship. Adds another layer to it.
So it speaks to outdoor types, people into wildlife, heritage.
Exactly. Or anyone wanting a bold but still kind of meaningful statement.
Makes sense. Okay, number 4.
The 4th one is the 4th of July Gifts Her Mother's American Mom t-shirt.
American Mom. Okay, so this is targeted.
Very much so. It's specifically carving out recognition for American motherhood during the holiday.
And the idea is?
It's really about celebrating that vital, often quiet role moms play in passing down values, traditions, history, all that stuff to the next generation.
Yeah, that's often overlooked. I can see the appeal.
Lisa Rodriguez, a working mom, quoted in the piece, she saw it as acknowledging the daily heroism of juggling everything and teaching those values.
Daily heroism. That's a good phrase.
Isn't it? And Patricia Williams, a nurse, got one as a Mother's Day gift, felt it was real recognition for raising kids in America.
That's lovely.
And Dr. Jennifer Adams, a pediatrician, she kind of echoes that, saying motherhood and patriotism often go hand in hand through teaching kids history, value.
Everyday stuff.
Right. So this design clearly hit a nerve.
Right.
It's popular for, family matching, but also fills that need for cute but still sophisticated options, celebrating both things, being a mom and being American.
Gotcha. Okay, last one, number 5.
5th one highlighted is the USA Pride U.S. flag, Made in America 4th of July t-shirt.
Okay, classic flag,
Yeah.
But with a message.
Exactly. That Made in America part is key. It's not just decoration. It's a statement.
Right. Economic patriotism.
Yeah. It blends the heritage with that idea of supporting domestic jobs, manufacturing, craftsmanship.
Who's responding to that one?
Tony Castellano, a union electrician, said that message really clicks with his belief in American manufacturing. Helen Chang, a manufacturing consultant, even used the word renaissance for American manufacturing pride.
Wow, strong words.
Yeah, and wanting to support it. Mark Stevens, small business owner, just found it versatile, relevant right now.
And is there data on that preference?
There is. The article cites a survey, something like 83% of Americans prefer buying American-made if they can.
That's a huge majority.
It is. So this shirt taps right into that feeling. Seems popular with people in manufacturing, construction, those kinds of fields.
And it's probably pretty versatile too, right? Like works for different ages, different events.
Totally. Good for individual wear or for families wanting to coordinate around that specific message.
Okay, so looking back at these 5.
Yeah.
And connecting them to the bigger picture. It really feels like this evolution in merch is, well, it's more than just new designs. It's genuinely showing changes in how Americans see themselves and express patriotism.
Absolutely. It acknowledges the complexity, that American identity in the 21st century isn't just one thing. We're not all the same.
And that seems to be driving demand for more options, right? Like inclusivity. The article mentioned plus sizes becoming more available.
Right, making sure patriotic fashion is actually accessible for everyone who wants to join in. That's important.
Access in general seems better, too, with online shopping.
Oh, definitely. You're not just stuffed with whatever the local store happens to have. You can actually find designs online that speak to you.
Yeah. And even that whole thing about funny shirts. It shows maybe a bit more comfort, balancing humor with respect for the holiday.
Yeah, a bit less rigid, maybe. Feels more authentic for some people.
And these aren't just for July 4th anymore, are they?
No, a lot of them are positioned as stuff you can wear for Memorial Day, Labor Day, other patriotic moments, part of your actual wardrobe.
Yeah. So the real takeaway seems to be about choosing stuff that feels authentic to you personally.
Yeah. Celebrating America in a way that fits with your own story, your own interests.
And even family matching is changing a bit.
Seems like it. Shifting from everyone in the exact same shirt to maybe coordinated themes. So you still have unity, but also individual expression within the...
Right. Okay, let's wrap this deep dive up.
Okay.
What we've really seen is that 4th of July fashion, surprisingly, offers this really clear window into modern American identity.
Yeah, it celebrates both that shared national pride and all these diverse individual passions people have.
These aren't just simple T-shirts anymore, are they?
No way. They're statements, they start conversations, they're comfy reminders of all the different things that make America, well, America for different folks.
So whether you connect with gaming, or you love aviation, or you see the strength in motherhood, or you really care about Made in America.
Or you just think the bald eagle is awesome.
Right. There are ways now to show your patriotic spirit that feel genuinely like you.
It's about finding where your personal story kind of meets that bigger American story.
So here's something to think about. Based on all this, if an everyday thing like a T-shirt is changing to bring in diverse interests like gaming and aviation as symbols of patriotism, what other parts of modern life, tech, pop culture, changing family roles, whatever, might we start seeing reflected in traditional symbols or objects soon?
Good question. And what could that tell us about how national identity just keeps evolving?